I'm Mike Smith, writer and software developer. I've used Microsoft Word for many years, first in business, then in writing manuscripts for short stories and books. I found that it has a powerful word-by-word editing capability, but lacks the ability to look at the entire document from the top down. That's an important function when you're editing a manuscript, or for that matter, a business letter. So for that reason, I developed an add-in product that allows Microsoft Word to take a top-down look at the entire document. I'd like to show you the product and then afterwards get your reaction to it.
I've already opened a document in Microsoft Word. 88762 was a short story that I entered into a contest and won an honorable mention. If I'd had top-down look at the time that I wrote this story, I'm sure I could have done much better. You start by selecting either all or part of the document that you want to have top-down look at. In this particular case, I'll select the entire document. Then you click on this tab and click on this button. It'll transfer the document now into the top-down look viewer. The first thing people tell me when they see this is, oh my goodness, we've lost all the formatting. That's not the case. When it's put back into Microsoft Word, the formatting will be there. The reason we do it this way is because looking at the document in a different way helps you to be able to see things that you can't see if you just look at them in the way you actually wrote the document. The first step in editing a document is to analyze it. We'll do that by clicking this button. In the analysis, you can see the progress down at the bottom here shows how fast it's being able to go through the document and it's now finished with the fourth step, and it presents to us a dialog box that has all the words that are in the document. Now again, there was about 2,000 words, but in total there are 453 unique words that are shown in the document. You can either look at it in sorted by words or sorted by word count. In this case, you can see that there's 37 occurrences of the word that. Probably a problem and should have been reduced, and that would have helped me get a higher award level. You can select several different groupings together. Select changes, select checking, select removing and changes. Let's select that one, and you can go through and now knock out the ones that you don't want. Carly's the name of a character in the story, so we don't need to look at that one. You can go through and just eliminate those that you know that you don't want to look at. Now, in addition to being able to look at selected words in the document, top-down look also looks at sentences, paragraphs, sense-related words, emotion-related words, and words that are in close proximity to one another. I'm going to select all of these words, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to eliminate certain words that I don't want to look at. Carly, Carly's, Christmas, hundreds, and so forth. You do that by just clicking on the words that you want to eliminate from the analysis in this dialog box. Once you're finished with that, you click the Continue button, and it presents to you another dialog. Now here's all the different ways, the kind of editing that you can do. We can look at sentences, we can look at paragraphs, we can look at words, quotes that began with the word said, which is probably something you want to look at. You can look at the words that we just identified with proximity. You can also look at words that contain cliches or questionable constructions, contains phrases of personal concern, or contains word pairs that can be put down to one word. In addition to that, you can identify words related to the 5 sentences, words related to emotions, words related to contractions, and personal action words, and so forth. There's a number of different things that you can look at. In order to save time, we're just going to look at one particular category here. So I'll click the radio button in front of Find the words that are in relation to one another. Now you can set to how far apart the words have to be in a parameter that you provide to the program. Now you can notice the progress as it goes through the document identifying those words. This takes a little bit of time because it has to do an awful lot of analysis to find all the words that are together. Now you can just click through by clicking this button. It'll move you from one to the next to the next. when we drop down to this sentence, we see the word smell, smell, smell. Probably not a good idea to have so many occurrences of the word smell there. If you double click on the word, it'll bring up a dialog box that allows you to see synonyms for the word. Perhaps if you use the word odor here, that would be an improvement. So now you can go through and identify all of the different items in the document that you want to be able to evaluate and decide whether you want to make a change. Once you're finished with that, you click this button and it'll allow you to eliminate all the highlights that are there. Another feature, I won't go through all of them, but another feature that Edit to Publish has is the ability to take a look at the parts of speech mix in the document. That's an important thing because you want to be able to have many more nouns than you have other parts of speech. The senses that are included. Now this was a story about Christmas, and so it's very alarming for me to see that the number of words that relate to taste, which is an important element of Christmas, weren't there. You can look at verb mix. Very good. Very few passive verbs. That's important. But here's one where I didn't do well. The emotions and the senses. If you want to write an engaging story, you want to have more words that are related to emotions and senses to engage the readers. Another thing that you can do is listen to the document read to you. So we'll set the cursor here to begin at that point.
A moment ago, a bit after being created, I was enjoying a glad time in the most beautiful place any mind could imagine. Existing was good. Then, in half a nanosecond, everything was ripped from...
As you listen to the document, you can stop, being read to you, you can stop at any point in time and make the changes that you want. You also have the ability to either type the words into the document, or you can just talk them into a microphone like I'm doing now, and it'll add them to the document. Let's show you how that works. This is a test period. Once you've completed all your changes and you're satisfied and ready to go back to Microsoft Word, you have one of two choices. If you want to keep the changes, you click this button. It'll bring you back into Microsoft Word, and you can see that you've got the change that we had made in shown in the Microsoft Word, and the formatting is back to exactly what it was before. Now there's many features that TopDownLook has, but for the sake of time I just wanted to show you a top-down view of TopDownLook.
So what'd you think? Please send your comments to the address that will appear on the screen in a moment. Thank you.